my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to Portman Road Live. I'm, of course, your host, Martin, the Governor Lambert, for the Matchday ticket. First of all, we've got to get those all-important team news coming in. We've got young Tractor Boy here. He's going to tell you all of the team news today. Go for it, my son.
All right, so we got Hladky in goal,
Hey!
Vincent Young, Wolfenden, Burgess and Coulson, and then Harper, Evans, Burns, Fraser, Edwards and Bonn.
Beautiful. Well read. Thank you very much. So Coulson comes straight in. I know you've been saying it, yeah? You've been calling for it for a while. So Coulson comes straight in. What are your immediate thoughts on that and the 11 itself?
Fraser in the 10, isn't it? Jackson, I reckon it must have been the player who was ill, Martin, because he's not on the bench. That's a good lineup, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I absolutely like it.
I would have had Piggott in, but he's on the bench. Bond's played. He's all right, isn't he?
So you got back four of Vincent Young back at right back. Obviously, after being rested at midweek, we've spoken on the podcast recently. We're not overly impressed with his starts of the campaign. What do you want to see from the right back? Matt Phillips. I hope he's okay. He's only stag do 10 goals he wants from this year.
I think it's good that Wes Burns is back. Because I think from that first game against Morecambe, I think they worked quite well down that right hand side, and I think. He's obviously played Scott Fraser out there, hasn't he? And he doesn't give your fullback a lot of protection. So he likes, I think Cook likes the wingers to sort of come inside and then your fullbacks go outside. And look, he's played right back before, hasn't he, Wes Burns? So he knows if Vincent Young goes forward, he's got someone who's going to fill in for him. But I'm excited to see Coulson the other side. People might say, look, Penny done okay the other night, didn't he? But I think you're not convinced.
Not convinced by Penny at all. No, I don't think he's that much of an upgrade on Miles Kenlock, if I'm brutally honest. Miles at his day can be good. Those days obviously are fleeting. But who's playing in front of Coulson? I think I missed that one. Was it Edwards?
Edwards is there, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Give him the ball. The first half the other night, he had him on toast, didn't he? But then the second half, for some reason, although Chris did say he's not really a 90-minute player, I think he said he hadn't, was it two in 24 games at West Brom that he completed 90 minutes. So, but I think someone like that, if he's having success against the fullback, give him the ball. Don't stop giving him the ball, because we see what he could do on the first half. He was running the game, wasn't he, Martin? And he was really impressive.
No, he was. But if you do stop giving him the ball because of a tactical change from MK today, you are tactically astute with the management team, that surely should open up spaces for Wes Burns and Co. Surely.
Yeah, if they see Edwards as a threat and they put two men on him, it's obviously someone else is free, isn't they? And you've got to use the other side, because, look, Edwards has played well for one game. Let's not get carried away here. He's played really well. It's not the second coming of Messi. Although people saying, if he plays well, he's not going to be here in January. Let's give him 10 games and see how he does. Let's not heap too much pressure on him. You're putting that up my nose again.
Well, you keep moving your head around. We need to learn some interview skills. Like, you need to stand still for me like this. It would be very much appreciated. Otherwise, I had to follow you like the rover on Mars. You have to sort of move around. Evans and Harper in the centre midfield. Final thoughts from you before I bring in the MilkTray man. How much of an important game for you do them two have to have?
Well, MK have got a man who I would have signed for this football club in Scott Twine, who is a very good player. I want to see them two protect the back four a little bit more than they have so far. Evans, for me, I'm not saying he's not a good footballer, Martin. I think sometimes he gets caught the wrong side of the ball. He's had 3 bookings already. Two more, and he's getting a match ban here. So, look, we're playing MK at home. Get on the front foot. Big crowd here today, I think 20,000. Get an early goal. It's 3 points. 3 points.
Early part of the summer, you rated MK. Are you still on that MK hype train, or are you now sort of cooling off it and now the management team have changed and whatnot? King Callie in the room. Look at his paper ticket fans. Ticket.
No, he's going to get his players pass for after the game. Players pass. Yeah. It's not good enough for you after the game. I think what were you saying? MK. Liam Manning, real interesting appointment. Colin was saying on the way here, there's a interview on the town website. He was obviously here as a kid at the academy. He's gone away. He's coached. I think he went to Norway. He's done West Ham. He's got Chris Hogg with him, who we signed from York, and now he's got David Wright. And I just think it'd be really interesting to see how they go throughout the season. They're still dark horses for me, Martin. They've got some good players. They've got Issa, Scott Twine.
Gonna get relegated. You heard it here first. Well, welcome another young tractor boy. How are you seeing today's game going, my friend?
It's probably a nice 2-0 win today. Hope that'll be the first win.
So you think a comfortable 2-0 clean sheet?
Yes.
I like that. I like that confidence. What gives you that confidence?
Bottom. I think he's been good except for the miss in the last game.
Yeah. How did you rate that one?
I didn't like it at all.
Worst you've ever seen?
No, I've seen worse. Timo Werner's had worse, so...
Yeah, poor old teammate. Poor old teammate. So who's going to stand out for you today? The 2-0 win. Who at 5 o'clock are going to stand here, right here, saying you had a good game?
Oh, I think Fraser and Bonn are going to get a goal today. So I think they'll be good. I didn't really rate Bonn in pre-season, so... Obviously, they were better teams than us in pre-season, so...
Are you confident in Hladky? I've mentioned him a couple of times on the podcast that I'm wavering. How are you seeing the goalkeeper situation?
Well, when I was watching pre-season, it was like he was like Allison, and now he's not so good in the league. So
You're still confident?
I'm still confident in him, but I was hoping for better.
Appreciate you coming on. Hopefully get 3 points. I'd love the 2-0. Ben, we'll bring you over to here. You have your onions now. So how are you seeing today's fixture against MK? I'll move over to here. Cruncher's got a dark horses on them. How are you seeing the threat of MK?
They're going to be a threat. They're a good team. They're solid. They've played together. Everything we haven't been so far. I'm very happy to see Fraser in the number 10. The fans were screaming for it last week. He's been stuck on the wing. He can't do anything. But now he's in that preferred role. 2 good players either side of him. Bonn in front of him. Bonn has to have a good game today to kind of exercise that ghost of a miss. Terrible, terrible miss. So he needs a really good game for me. But today, for me, it's about Fraser. Fraser plays well, the team plays well. And we're worried about the lacking of linking up between the midfield and the strike force. Fraser does that. That's why we brought him in. So I'm expecting a good game today.
Do you think with Fraser being his natural number 10 role, the best in League One over the last 2 seasons, do you think that's actually going to help in a way Harper and Evans?
I do think, look, you've got... I do. I mean, who you got today either side? You got, is it Burns and Edwards on either side of him? So yeah, I do. This is about cohesion. It's about gelling. It's about putting players in their right position. And even if players play regularly, you can't gel unless you play in the right positions. I'm a really big fan of that. People destroyed Lambert for doing that exact thing, playing players out of position. So today, for me, it's that first little block that fits him playing there. And it'll be interesting to see how Bonn is for that, because that's that 2 link-up play. They're both players on the floor. I'm quietly excited, actually. And I've been a cynical bastard all week, but I'm actually quite excited today. This will be an indication of how we actually are, or closer to, anyway.
You said it's about the timer, and you wonder when it's going to start ticking on Cookies. Is this a chance for him now to press stop on that timer, if there is one?
Yes. Yes, there is. I think if we lose today, that quiet murmur is going to be a greater roar. And I said, look, 10 games to make up my mind. We've had 4. You could argue we've had 23, 24. For me, he hasn't earned any reason to be optimistic yet. However, I want to give him the opportunity to, because I want him to do well. He has to win today. And even if you shit house it, if it takes long balls up forward, put everyone at the top, you have to win today. Dirty, ugly, League One. Do not get out fought. Do not take your foot off the pedal, which is what we have been doing for the past couple of matches. Go to the 91st, 92nd minute. Really important to do today, not just for the team, but for us fans. We want to see it.
We've heard numerous predictions so far. 2-0 from the young tractor boy there. Clean sheet, 3 points. How are you seeing today's game going before I bring Neil in to finish up the show?
Yeah, good question. I'd like to think 2-1 today. I think we've always got a goal against us, and that's a goalkeeping question. We haven't really seen him yet. He's done one save, which was a Hollywood save. I think most people have saved that. Don't know about the goalkeeper yet, but I think there's a goal against us. But I do think with Fraser at number 10, we've got 2 goals in us, and it'll come from the floor. It'll be good goals as well. So 2-1. And
who's your man of the match going to be today if it is a 2-1 victory?
My man of the match? Depends on who the man of the match is. Score the goals. I want to see...
Who do you want to see stand out today? 4th game.
Let's just have a look. Who do I want to see?
I want to see KVY stand out. Not man of the match necessarily, but I want to see him be the KVY we all know and love him to be.
He avoided the bomb squad for a reason, because he's very good. And I think he's earned his way into the level that we're at now. I think you're quite right. It wouldn't be for me. I think it would be probably Cameron Burgess. I want to see him have a really solid game. Kind of an underwritten role, really important. I want him to be solid. If he's solid, the rest are solid around him. And you know what I always say, I love players who make other players look good. So that's a big thing on him.
One of which would be Luke Wolfenden. He's 4th partner, as Cookie said midweek, in 4 games. Is this a chance now for him to really put Edmondson on the back foot and the back of fans' minds, like the back of Cookie's mind? Because this is 4th game, 4th partner. If Burgess can make him look good, Is this really a fair chance for Wolfie now to cement a partnership and a place?
Well, he's run out of his excuses to not do the alternative. So, yeah, and I actually think Wolfenden actually had an okay game the other night, ironically enough, because he's got a very good partner. So let's build on it. Let's see what it's made of. If there's still development for Wolfenden to do, develop himself, get a good partner, do better, justify your place in the team.
Perfect. Ben, as always, Neil, can I have what the flavour at home is, my man? Come in to the camera shot. What's the guys and girls at home saying?
Yeah, well, basically they seem fairly happy with the lineup. Very positive there. Most people are expecting a win and a good performance today. So, yeah, that's...
We've got Rax Max, 2-0 Town all the way, Bond double, sweet as a bonbon. Keep up the good work, guys. A vital connection was unable to get there. Ashley Bell, 3 goals, 3 points, 3-1. If it's 3 goals, 3 points, 3-1, how happy would you be?
very happy.
Mark Ashton has got a bookmark. Apparently, he's bookmarked that letter. He read a couple of pages at night last night, and he was a bit sleepy, so he's
6 pages front and back.
front and back.
Front and back. Front and back.
Anyway, while we're here, we've got someone here today who is 50. So, Coxie, come on in. We need to sing to you.
Come on in. Come on in. Here he is. Here he is. Are we ready after 3? After 3. We're all on the air. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Coxie. Happy birthday to you.
Any words?
Yeah, I'm actually 40 today, so shit.
Any words about your birthday, the game?
Well, I'm hoping this will be the start of the season today. Yeah.
Fraser number 10 role?
Hopefully, yeah. That's what, square pegs and square holes. Yeah. Yeah.
And what sort of present you got waiting at home when you get home?
Probably absolutely nothing really. Yeah.
It's a kids friendly show.
That's it.
It's not really. It's not really. Don't worry. Don't worry. Matt, we'll talk about score predictions. Got a few 3-1s. Ashley Bell, 3 points, 3 goals, 3-1. How are you seeing today's big? Well, not a big game, but it's a game.
I'm going for my usual 2-1 today.
2-1.
The safe score.
One day you'll be correct on that one.
Yeah.
One day. Neil, what else are we hearing from the guys and girls at home? Happy birthday from Jem, all the way from Wales. Presents in second class post, I'm sure. We've got Nathan, strong team. Fraser in the team. We've got Ashley Bell, who just said. Glenn Jordan, welcome in, new name. Come on, Ipswich, make a suit. Make sure our season starts today. Everybody get behind the boys. We've got Mike D liking this side. First win today from Jem. Loads of great comments. Looks great lineup. KVY looked light, but round pegs and round holes. So keep this team for a few games. Jolly in Ipswich. If today was a beer, what beer would you want it to be from the away days lineup? Which is your favourite beer from the away days?
It's the Pale.
The Pale.
Yeah.
The Hobby Robson or the Al and Shearer?
Yeah, the Al Shearer. Yeah, we'll go for that one.
Hoppy Robson from the crowd. Right, we're going to be leaving you now and heading into our beautiful... Have we? No, don't make... Are you sure you want to come on? Hello, how are you?
Yeah, really well, thank you.
Looking forward to today's game?
Very much so.
What's your score prediction going to be?
I hope 2-1, but I think it might be like 2-2. I do think.
What's giving you the lack of confidence?
The last few games. Just the defence still quite isn't right. I was hoping Edmondson would be in, but obviously not yet. So.
Yeah. Who's going to stand out for you? Let's be positive. We're still outside Sir Bobby. It's a great manager, a great stadium. It's a great team. Who's going to stand out for you? Edwards. Silky smooth, wasn't he?
Oh, beautiful, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evans or Edwards?
Edwards. Evans, I do like Evans, and I think he's solid, but the 2 cards in 3 games is a bit concerning. I don't think he's our captain, but I think that might change. So.
Fraser in the number 10, a lot of excitement around here, and that was read out. Are you just as excited to see Fraser in his natural number 10 role? Yeah, we are. I think he'll be good. I do think he'll be better in that role. I'm glad to see Piggott's been dropped to the bench.
You're glad to see.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen what everyone else has seen in him yet. I think he's a bit lacklustre, a bit slow off the pace.
I agree.
I'm good.
I completely agree.
Many people agree with you.
I mean, I agree, completely agree. I think out of the strikers, I think Bond's been the one with a lot of movement, a lot of pace, and Piggott's not been as advertised. I just don't feel excited to watch when he gets the ball. Like you say, Bond does stuff. He's more entertaining. He's more passionate for sure.
Pigott's just here at the minute and not here for much, by the looks of it.
Do you not think that Pigott was not playing well because they weren't playing it to his feet? You look at his goals he scored; they are.
But I'm not being funny. We got him for the height, and don't get me wrong, I hate a long ball, and it's our like fail safe. Like when we got like players like Barry, Chaplin, Dobra, they need the ball at their feet. Pigott was there for the height, and he's not done much with his head or his feet yet.
I do agree with that. And with Edwards particularly, you don't want to go a long ball with Edwards, do you? You want to be feeding Edwards on the floor, getting him on the half turn and letting him at what should be really bad fullbacks in this division.
I just feel like the long balls are just a real... I hope they're not practicing it in training. It's just like they go there naturally. Maybe it's a habit from like Wolf last year. I don't know, bringing it into this year, but yeah.
Perfect. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. How do you see it full time?
I just bring in Felix so far. He really wants to quickly come in.
Of course you can. Everyone is welcome here. Everyone and anyone. Tell us, what's on your mind?
I've been a bit worried about the latest form. I know we're talking about gelling and all that, but the thing is, how long do you give Cookie?
How long do you give Cookie? That's a question Ben's been asking almost every day this week. How long do you give Cookie? How long do you give Cookie?
Well, we're practically a brand new team. I'd give him till November.
November. But you want to see 3 points here today, obviously.
Oh yes, 2-1 today.
2-1. Love it. Love it. Thank you for coming on. Neil, any more comments from the lovely girls and girls at home?
A 5-0 win there.
Who from?
Adam.
Adam Blampplate, 5-0.
Yep.
He's on the away days early then.
Yeah, we've got a 4-0 here as well.
4-0. Love it. Jerry Maguire, you're doing the cabs on the way home with that earpiece in. I absolutely am, Jerry. Yeah. Any cab that want to sponsor me? I'm available. Dr. Zach King. I'm
Yep. 3-1.
Sticky the trunk. First win today, boys.
Yes, I hope so.
How are you seeing it?
We're aiming for a win, aren't we? It's hopefully going to be an exciting end-to-end game, and us being the victors.
Raheem Harper in midfield. Heard a lot about Evans, a lot about Wolfenden. You're a big fan of Harper. Midweek, you were purring watching him. Does he need to do a bit more?
Not so much more, but maybe for, say, consistency, more over the full 90.
So what do you want to see today against MK Dons, who might be dark horses, but
it's just showing the confidence, knowing what they can do, being happy to do it in tight spaces and go out there and get the 3 points.
If you press that button that says end broadcast, thank you for watching. See you at full time. We're right back here, Sir Ralph, to have the fans' view. And thank you for watching. Yeah. See you then.